family? What's up, Fanbase and YouTube family? Ron Brooks here. We're going to go through the news stories for the week of January the 12th for this January 15th edition of the Fanbase Finance Audio Experience. So let's get right to it. Listen, number one, right at the top, and it's near and dear to my heart, of course, for those that know me. Major U.S. banks report record profits amid deal-making surge. So JP Morgan Chase and Goldman Sachs both reported significant profit increases for the fourth quarter of 2024. This was driven by a surge in deal-making activities following the election victory of one Donald J. Trump. JP Morgan's net profits rose to 58.5 billion with the B. That is up from 49.6 billion in 2023, while Goldman Sachs reported 14 billion in profits compared to 8.5 billion in 2023. So this uptick is really attributed to an increase in corporate borrowing and as well as some optimism about potential pro-growth policies under the new presidential administration. So we'll see how that goes. Number two, leadership changes at BlackRock. So Mark Wildman, who was the top executive at BlackRock and a leading candidate to succeed CEO Larry Fink, has announced his departure from the firm after 2 decades, right? Wow. Wildman oversaw significant areas such as global client business and the growth of iShares. His exit really kind of intensifies the speculation about his successor, with rumors being Rob Goldstein, Martin Small, Rachel Lord, and Stephen Cohen as being potential successors to Larry Fink, as well as to Mark Wildman. Wall Street banks anticipate 31 billion quarterly profits. So going back to the bank piece for a minute, again, the large U.S. banks reported a combined profit of 31 billion for the last quarter of 2024. That's a 16% increase over the same period in 2023. The surge is driven by heightened trading and deal-making activity on Wall Street with equities. But there are concerns about sustainability of the growth, given some potential economic policies under, the new incoming presidential administration, one of them including tariffs, the other one, any potential rise in inflation. Number four, JP Morgan mandates a full-time office return for hybrid workers. So Jamie Dimon, who's the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, actually had a conversation with their chief investment officer yesterday, Mr. Aman. So definitely involved with them. But they have mandated that their hybrid workers return to office full-time, citing benefits such as in-person mentoring, learning, and productivity. While some employees express concerns about increased commuting and childcare, the decision aligns with JP Morgan's significant investment in their $3 billion global headquarters that's in Manhattan, New York. So this move may influence other firms to follow suit, potentially revitalizing city centers reliant on commuter traffic. TikTok. All right, so let's talk a little bit about TikTok. Everybody's favorite topic right now. Sellers on TikTok are preparing a potential ban of the platform to take into effect at the recording of this, January 19th, my birthday, unless blocked by the Supreme Court. And so many merchants are pausing operations and seeking alternative platforms like Fanbase and others to be able to do that. The divest or ban law poses a significant threat to TikTok's e-commerce success, which saw substantial sales just on Black Friday alone last year. 100 million was made through TikTok. So definitely an impact there. And number six, U.S. financial deregulation raises crisis risk, warns French central bank chief. So the French central bank governors warned that any moves towards financial deregulation by the incoming U.S. Presidential administration would increase the risk of a financial crisis. This caution comes amid discussions of potential regulatory rollbacks under the new presidential administration coming next week. Number seven, finance leaders highlight major risks for 2025. So some of the top executive leaders have recently met, to talk about some of the risks for this year, including some geopolitical tensions, interest rates, and some market volatility. Some of these dynamics, including some policy shifts, again, under the new administration, the conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East, some trade tariffs, they're all creating these uncertainties. I know we'll talk some about that. Experts emphasize that the importance of agility and foresight in navigating these is going to be critical moving forward. So that's some of our top news for the week. Let's get back to the conversation. But first, definitely shout out anybody that's in the Los Angeles area dealing with the fires. And one of the things that has come up, we may have this conversation today, but maybe on another Fanbase Finance Room to talk about the financial impacts of the fires that have taken place in Los Angeles. One of the big things in closing is the insurance companies withdrawing from a lot of the high risk areas. So the nationwide State Farm farmers have been reducing or even discontinuing coverage in some of those more wildfire prone areas. And so what that's resulted in is many people, actually to the tune now of about 500,000 in California, are having to rely on the California Fair Plan, which is the state's insurance plan, and typically a last resort of people seeking insurance. So definitely something that's in the news that has a financial implication as well. But let's get back to the room. Let's get back to the conversation.